Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Alright, guess what? We have a lot of stuff to do, and guess what? We're gonna do it. Guess what? I'll see you in the chair. Got my morning coffee, Coke and vodka. What is it? It's like 1 p.m. right now? Let's go ahead and get on to it, shall we? Today's a special day. I'm not just drinking for no reason. It's a Thursday for me. It's Thanksgiving. I don't want to joke around too much right now. I know that maybe if you guys are like astute watchers, you've probably noticed that I haven't been playing as much, like in the videos in general. Ooh, that's a double. Pour me something tall and strong. That is strong. It's not very tall. But yeah, you guys might have noticed I'm not playing as much. There's sort of a reason to that. I've just been kind of doing reaction videos. I've honestly just been biding my time. So I'll film these reaction videos and then that's like the week of videos done. And I've been practicing my butt off. Like 2 hours minimum of scales. And I've changed so much. Like you guys remember that last rest stroke video that I made? And like I changed my technique like right before that. My nail length was different and now I'm getting used to the short nails and I'm finding that it is like so much faster than having long nails. So much better for rest stroke. I'm just going to talk about that a little bit. I don't even know if I'll answer any comment questions. I'm just going to tell you the routine that I've been doing. A lot of new stuff on the docket. BWV 997, that's what I'm going into. I think probably the next two like big pieces that I want to learn are 997. Like ideally the whole thing. I've already learned the Saraband. I learned that in like a day. You guys saw that like 100 logs ago or so. But mainly the Prelude and Fugue. Those are like the big ones. And then of course the jig and the double. I want to learn those too. Priority, Prelude, and Fugue. And then I think La Catedral will be a good one to go into. I haven't learned like that much Barrios other than Julia Florida, and I feel like that'd be a nice big piece to kind of cover Barrios. I've had like sort of a religious experience with these fugues. Like the fugue I think is probably my favorite thing to play and like my favorite form of music to even listen to. There's just like a storytelling aspect to them. They're just so satisfying to listen to and they're so dense. It almost feels like every time you listen to it you have like more context and it's like complex, but it also is like fun to understand and fun to get better at understanding. So the fugue is just like something, I don't know, like I've listened to the fugue of 997 like maybe 20 or 30 times like in the last 2 days. I just have it on repeat and like every time it's like a new experience. So last night I started reading through that, so I'll probably play like the first 8 bars of that because I'm going through it slow. I want to go through it in a measured way, measure, right, and sort of like half memorize it as I go through, unlike what I did in the fugue for 1001. But I think I have this resolution now where maybe every year of my life going forward I'm going to deep dive into a fugue. So like 2024, I basically spent that whole year just deep diving into 1001. And like I know that fugue very well now. Yeah, so maybe 2025, that'll be the fugue of 997. That'll be like the cornerstone of it. And then like the other pieces in 997 I'll also learn. But the fugue is like the important thing. And I think that'd be a good use of time. Other than that, my technique practice. I've changed my tune, another pun, right, on a lot of things with technique. I started first thinking rest stroke was stupid. I was like, why wouldn't you just free stroke everything? Because I only free stroke. I only know how to free stroke. I started rest stroking because I found like I couldn't do it yet, but I could see the potential of it being faster and like more accurate than a free stroke. So I started doing that, and I was collapsing my tip joint in my M finger, and I fixed that, so now it's more sturdy, and in that it's way more accurate than how it was before. But I've done a lot of different things. Like I was advised, and like keep in mind guys, I take advice like with a grain of salt a lot of times, but somebody told me this: if you want to make your IM faster, also practice MA, also practice Raschiato. So I've been doing that. I've been doing that for like 5 days or so. I don't know if it's making my IM faster, but I think in practicing my rest stroke MA scales, it's warming my hand up in a way that it's never been warmed up before, and in turn I am playing better and more accurately than I've ever played, just in like a few days of doing it. So like I said, I set a date in my clock. 1 month after that first rest stroke reaction video that I made about like learning rest stroke from YouTube shorts, I'm gonna make another one where I just show the progress of my rest stroke, because I showed my rest stroke in that video. Already, I'm pretty sure that I have myself beat, like by a lot. Just like the movements at like 110 BPM 16th notes, like it feels so much more solid than it like ever has. I'm just kind of preparing for 2025, because 2025 is going to be the year of 997 Fugue, and then like a bunch of other pieces like La Catedral, and also the rest of 997 of course, and maybe some other stuff, but mainly that fugue. 1 fugue a year for the rest of your life. I don't care how old you are. It's a good use of time. Rest stroke scales. I'm seriously going to work on like rest stroke technique and like scale work in general for like a year, because I've built up all this technique. Like I feel like I have like pretty decent technique for like a high level student, but there's something that the professionals have, this like next level accuracy and technique that I simply don't have. I think the only way for me to achieve it is I have to give it all my attention attention, or like as much attention as I can, like several hours a day for, we'll just start with a year. That's just like a good round number. A year, why not? And in fact, I'm talking about a year starting January, and right now is just prepping for the year. So I'm just like getting sort of all my ducks in a row, and then January 1st, it's like, now it's really serious, which it's still serious right now. But I'm just sort of doing the prep work right now. We'll see if I can read through the whole fugue by the time the year is up. I'm sure I can. And then the real learning happens. See if I can get my technique worked out for rest stroke scales for all fingers, where I don't need to worry about technique as much, and it's just about building the actual skill now. So like my technique is the foundation, and it'll be sturdy enough for me to actually build everything else on top of. That will be a great year if I can do all that stuff and go far with those things. And I'll also be starting grad school like a little more than halfway through the year, and I mean, we'll see where I'm at by then. So, you know, yeah. So again, it's Thursday, which you can do the math on that. Today is Thanksgiving for me. No, I'm not visiting family. What I'm doing is I'm getting drunk. My mom called me. She asked, son, are you coming home for Thanksgiving? And I said, no, Mom. I need to practice my rest stroke, and I need to start working on this new fugue. And then she started sobbing, and I hung up, and that is where that's at. And I turned my phone off. I'm not having any more distractions today. We were working on that stuff. None of that actually happened. I'm lying. I'm lying to you. Hold on. All right, so this episode, this is not like a joke episode. I feel like a lot of the ones that I've been doing have been like jokey, like, oh, we're reacting to a video, isn't this silly? I have some plans today. I'm going to practice for a long time. It's only almost 1:30. And I think since I haven't been playing as much, I'm going to try playing like maybe 2 pieces like in a row, one take. Or maybe 3. Maybe I'll play the entire Morel Sonatina, like all from memory, and just see how that goes like one time through. And I'll go ahead and warn you, it's not going to be like if you look up Morel Sonatina David Russell, like 11-minute video, and it's just David Russell killing it for 11 minutes. It's going to be rough. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be me playing it. But I think I might do that, just like a long recording, just to do it. I've never done that before. Like, it's always just recording one, so why not? That being said, let's go ahead and cut this off early, because there's going to be a lot of playing ahead of us. But first, I need to do all my practice and stuff. I'll see you in the chair. Oh yeah, and before I forget, look at these stickers. Head on down over to Root and Select, pick yourself up some stickers and shirts as well. I'm not selling this shirt. This is not a shirt that I sell. I don't know, I'm just wearing clothes. What do you want from me? And guitar lessons, I offer those. Email in the description if you want some classical guitar lessons. Unless you really want to twist my arm on it and you want me to teach you some other crap, in which case I might. But classical is what I'd prefer to do. But you know, I'm just the neighborhood guitar teacher, so I'll teach you how to play guitar in general. I'm gonna go ahead and get to practicing. I'll see you on the other side. Alright, I know it hasn't been that long, but keep in mind, I practiced for like an hour this morning, and I did like, you know, like 30 minutes of technique. I worked on the new fugue. I'll actually show it to you, hold on. Let me bring you closer. Alright, so here's what I got of the new fugue. It's not much, but it was an honest day's work. So this is 997. I only have the first 9 measures down. I looked through the next 9, because I feel like I kind of break it up into 9s. That just kind of makes sense to me with this one. So I started working on this yesterday, but here's where it is. That is into measure 10. Yeah, what did you think of that? So, next time I'll play the first 18 measures instead of the first 9. Alright, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna play through the entire Morel Sonatina. Like, just all 3 movements from memory. I'm a little drunk, you guys know the deal. Alright, here's the Morel Sonatina. Okay, that was the entire Morel Sonatina. What do you think of that? Pretty good, right? Obviously, that second movement, I feel like I handled it pretty well for, like, having skipped, like, maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 lines of it. I skipped a good bit, and I, like, kind of played it fast just to kind of get through it. That's what it would sound like. That's what it sounds like with me playing through the whole thing, like, trying to perform it. You know, I didn't feel like that nervous at all, which usually something like that would make me nervous, but I feel just kind of normal now. I would think that maybe on the third movement, my hands would get shaky just because I would be, like, so in my head about it, like, how I'd have to, like, restart the whole thing if I, like, screwed up horribly. I don't know, I'll have to review the footage to actually know, like, what that sounded like. But that was the whole thing. Did you stick around for all that? Thanks for that. I feel like for me to play that one better, I kind of just need to get better at guitar in general, and that's why I'm doing all this technique stuff. And I think in doing the technique, it has gotten better. I'm gonna keep practicing performing, like, the entire thing, and just keep working on technique and stuff. Well, I'm not even done practicing. Like, I'm gonna edit this video because I need to edit it for tomorrow, because it's Thursday now, and you're watching this Friday, right? I have to edit between then, instead of seeing my family for Thanksgiving. But then after that, I'm gonna practice more, like, surely. Probably a lot of technique. I still have, like, another 30 minutes of scales to do to reach my 2-hour quota a day, but I'll get that. So early in the day, I'm probably gonna practice another, like, 4 or 5 hours. Like, if we're being completely honest, like, yesterday, I straight up practiced for 5 hours. There's nothing else to do. Like, I don't play video games anymore. Like, I don't do anything. I am completely and utterly obsessed with scales right now, and just getting myself to that level where I'm actually, like, proud of my guitar playing. I am so sick of wanting to be better, and just, like, I want to be there, so I'm practicing right now. I don't know if you need somebody in your life to tell you that. It's okay to practice 5 hours a day. People will try to tell you, like, you should not do that much, you're gonna burn out and stuff. You can do that, though. You're allowed. Nobody's gonna stop you. And, you know, like, really try to prioritize, like, what's important in your life. That's all I'm saying. Alright. I'll see you in the outro. Hey, well, you know, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe, leave a like. Hey, consider guitar lessons. I can show you the routine that I'm doing to get better, and you'll kind of see my growth over the next few months. And also, like, look at my first videos. Like, look at how I was playing then. It's only been, like, a little over a year. I've been practicing my butt off this year. 2024 has been the year of practice for me. Anyways, guitar lessons, pick up some merch at Rutin's Delight. It helps me out. You know, like, of course, leave some comment questions. I didn't answer any today, but I promise I will in the next one. I think I'm gonna do more, like, practice logs like this going forward, because that's what my channel is. It's practice logs, and then it's reaction videos. And I've been doing a lot of reaction videos. It's because I've been practicing in the background. I just didn't want you to see any of it. But I think I'll start practicing more, maybe doing longer performances like this. But yeah, cool. Alright, well, join the Discord, reaction request there. I'll see you in the next one.